well.
Dale, start us off. I'll try and get some other scores.
That'll be great, Jay. So we're back in
Right.
the middle. Start of the second quarter here. And we've got Brooks going back in to do the ruck work. Jervis is also in there. Ball hit the ground. O'Callaghan's first to arrive. He is tackled, brought to ground. So we'll have a repeat of the ball up in the middle of the ground. Tackle out there was from Brown. So again, the ball thrown back up. This time Brooks front to the contest. Got there quickly. Fammer handballs out the back to Gubbins. And he continues on his good work. Kicks the ball back towards centre wing. Again, the first to arrive is Lem. A little bit of dash. Gets away from the centre wing. Goes long into the forward line. Budavalis does nicely. Gets ball to ground. Picked up. Swoop was Wallen. Goes to Budavalis. Back outside. Number 13, Bailey Cale. He goes back in towards Gubbins. And he can't take the mark with the fringe. The umpire said no, he wasn't. So again, the ball is kicked back into the middle of the ground now. Spriggs. He comes up. Tries to win possession of the ball. But again, O'Callaghan emerges with it. And he kicks the ball back into the half forward line towards McKay. But the ball is too wide, now runs over the boundary line and will be thrown out in right on about the forward 50, I think, out there.
Inverleigh 6-2-38 lead North Geelong 4-2-26. Thompson 9-3-57 lead Anarchy 4-2-26. Bannockburn 8-3-51 lead Coria 3-2-20. No score from Belmont and Bellpost still at this stage.
Every side's kicked goals.
Yeah.
Not bad there. So ball thrown back in by the umpires, we said. Half forward line, Geelong West there attacking into the ground now. Again, the ball is at ground level, picked up by Wallen. That was good work, Matheson. Just a little hand out the back to Fammer, goes back towards centre wing. Mark is not taken.
I think it is. And it
was McClure that reached over the top and took the mark. Gives the handball to Fammer on the overlap. Goes back to McClure now. Another handball out wide. This is Brooks. Goes back to Fammer, so he steadies himself, chips the ball. Walsh in front, takes the mark. Has options inside, but he comes across the ground, or it's a bit slow through the air. Put his teammate under pressure, so Geelong West through some work from O'Callaghan. They go back into the forward line, and Milnes takes the mark. He goes quickly. His kick was poor. Goes towards Toner. Tapped away there by Morrison. Back towards the boundary line it runs. He kept it in front of himself for a fair while, but then left it behind. Toner worked hard.
There's a free kick somewhere.
Umpire says it's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
So it's going to be a ball in on the far side of the ground again. That'll be thrown in on just outside forward 50. West back into attack once again. Ball thrown up. Lima doing the ruck work. Matheson's also there. Comes to the front of the contest. Gubbins, it is, I think, gets the handball back to Wallen. Wallen goes back to Gubbins. Frees him up. The handball to Carahar now on a one step. Goes towards centre wing. Again, in front, McClure places himself, but it's Walsh off the contest. Takes it away, kicks over the top. Has Tucker. Can he keep it in the field of play? Only just. Steps back inside, looks at his options. Goes towards Spriggs. Can't take the mark. Good work by the defence there. Carkeek left his man and came out and grabbed the ball. Handballs over the top. And from the half-back line, O'Dwyer kicks the ball back towards the centre wing. In front, Gubbins was behind. And he was able to knock the ball away from Lima. Ball goes over the boundary line to be thrown back in once again.
That'd be a good duel if they stayed on each other.
Oh, absolutely.
Lima and Gubbins.
Jack Kennedy hunts kick 4 of the Inverleigh 6 goals. Yep.
So ball thrown back in again by the umpire. Picked up out the back of the contest, and it's going to be coming out. Cale gives the ball away. Fammer, little chip up over the top. Not too sure he's looking for, but coming out of the way was Priest. He put the ball down. Ends up in the hands of Walsh. A little shimmy gets away from the contest. Fammer steams to centre half forward. Kicks long towards the goals, and he is offline through for a minor score. So now 2-5 becomes 2-6. And Geelong West remain on 2 goals straight. We have ticked over 3.5 minutes. Second quarter, Commonwealth Hotel second quarter scoreboard.
So Paddy Dwyer with the footy at fullback for the Giants. Straight down the middle. Goes there now. Looks for Jervis. It's a good kick too. Off hands at the back of the pack. Milne gets the clearing kick towards centre wing. It's okay too. Dewey takes the mark uncontested. Wheels around. Goes on the right foot kick long. Back towards full forward Toner. Coming back, Morrison did nicely. Giants with the numbers though. McKay, 45 out. Open goal square. Might sit okay, will it? The Giants, can they get it? They turn it around. Handball, Stevens comes back. Oh no, Toner.
You've got to hit him on the chest.
And it's a poor handball. And Morrison was able to come back and rush it through for a rushed behind. 2-1-13 the Giants. Winch 2-6-18. Gubbins comes back to do kicking in duties for the home side. Playing the huddle at full back, at centre half back, the Blues. Matheson gives him a lead. Brown's down the middle. He chips into the pocket. Harding takes the mark. It might be Wilson, actually.
That just defeats the purpose of the huddle.
It does. Absolutely. And now they're stuck in the pocket, and probably Gubbins could have kicked it there in the first place. He goes out there. Well, that's a terrible kick, really. And out of bounds on the full. Milne's going to be able to drive it back in for the Giants. So they mucked that one up.
Yep.
It was Harding, in fact, down there for Winchelsea. So Milne's now 65 from goal. Pops it up. It's a good kick. Gubbins comes at a Callaghan. Rowe front and centre. McKay. Right foot kick around the corner. If you don't,
missed
it. I'll tell you what.
Hate where he stands.
I'll tell you what, there's a couple of Giants boys who weren't too happy with it either. Who were pleading. But one behind. 2-2-14. Geelong West, Winch 2-6-18. 5.5 played second term.
Alex Gubbins doing some work over the fence now, looking for the ball.
Bell post still 5-2-32. Belmont 1-3-9.
Told you to be close. And Belmont had the wind.
You would hope.
You'd hope not.
So Gubbins again is doing the kicking and duties. He's got one player short. Morrison is that player and he uses him. So he again goes far side of the ground. This time the kick goes looking for McClure. He's up and he takes the mark. Paid by the umpire. So they've got the ball now from outside defensive 50. Little short chip. It was high enough. But Brown will come up and take the mark. A little bit of slow play here. He goes wide. Mark taken out there. Place. No, it's not. It's Harding. He goes short. The kick was poor and the ball is turned over now. So Lima drives the ball back into their half-forward line quickly. It's picked up there. Morrison handballs over the top. Goes back and Harding found again, but he goes back to Morrison. Puts him under a little bit of pressure. Got rid of the ball, but again it's West that have the numbers there. They kick the ball back towards the centre half-forward position. McGubbins was taken in a tackle, picked up by Milne. Kicks over the top and Toner will take the mark just outside the square. Or mop inside the square.
We'll see where he puts him.
Won't really matter because I think from that distance you would think at his first two kicks he will kick the goal. So Toner now for his third, kicks a goal and it's straight through the middle. And Toner has 3 goals for Geelong West. They move to 3-2. They lead Winchelsea on 2-6. And second quarter, Commonwealth Hotel, second quarter scoreboard.
He looks a different player than the day we saw him play on Kamati. We just thought he'll never play football again that day. Well, you did.
Well, a few blokes are like that against Cam.
Yeah, I know. We probably underrate Kamati a little bit in that spot. But I've seen him a couple of times since. He's kicked a few goals. He's a beautiful kick, and he doesn't make the mistake of when he's out 10, 15 metres out, just dabbing it. He kicks the buggery out of it, just like you should do. He's knocked about 3 sparrows' nests out of the trees up there, but that's how you should kick the ball, whether it's in 10 metres or 50. And I tell you what, he's becoming a danger. He's kicked 3.
Would have been nice if Harry Taylor would take a bit of Ben Toner into him last night.
Wow.
Not just pitching wedge of the ball over the top and kick through it.
Yeah, well, he's a full back. That's what you expect, I suppose.
He needed to get a serious dose of cramp.
Let somebody else take it.
Yeah.
Gaz was floating around beside him.
Oh, of course he was.
I tell you what, that little narkle looked all right. He might have a bit of a career ahead of him.
Sparkle.
Yeah.
Half-time power, 8-9-57, Carlton 6-2-38. Thought I'd just throw that one in.
That's all right. That's good. That's a good result so far. You stay within 4 goals all day against them, you're all right.
Typical Carlton supporter.
Well, what else can you expect?
I think we need a new ball.
Gretzky.
Oh, no, here it comes.
No, they got it. Daniel would have sent a party.
Get a new ball out of Daniel Gretzky. You're kidding. Hasn't even brought us over a beef roll at Jew.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, well, fair.
Oh, my God, did you just say that?
So, ball back in the middle. And it will be Jervis up against Brooks. So much of Brooks in the ruck. Goes up. Brooks gets it down. Farmer gets it across towards... Oh, Bailey Cale got one high. The umpire said play on. Karahar's in it. McKay's there. That's the... I think that was the even up, I think. Karahar gets it and goes wide. Venables takes the mark. He's in between wing and half forward. So now he goes the right foot kick towards Brown. Oh, good
Brown.
grab. Who's just inside 50, 45-degree angle. A good mark. And we'll have a set shot for goal. Try and get the lead back for Winchelsea. Toner's third goal gave the Giants the lead. He comes in now. Right foot kick. Going to go across with the breeze. And off hands. It might be out of bounds, actually. Over the back, so it will be. Left forward pocket for the Blues. 10 minutes played, second term. And ruck contest. Blake is going to do it. He's pushed Brooks back a bit. He stands there, tries to get it over the back. Kick came from the contest, close to the 10-metre square. Kicked away from the Giants, the Giants' defence, and Gans tried to get the handball out. Venables, he couldn't pick it up. Hernan across 50, gets the handball. Fama gets one high. The umpire says play on.
He's on the wrong side of the pack to see that.
Too.
Like he should have.
He got high because he's still on the ground as well. So we have ball up right, point of the centre square at half forward for Winchelsea. Matheson's going to do the ruck work. Jervis comes in late. Get it down. Gans. It's wrapped up by Fama. The umpire says...
And now that's silly play. He didn't get one, so he give one away. It was silly play.
So now Gans goes across the ground looking for Karkeek. He's going to be under a bit of pressure. He taps it back towards Dwyer. Doesn't sit for him though. Brooks, he left it behind as well. Now McClure gets in, gets the handball away to Berg. He didn't keep his eye on it and he dropped it at centre wing. Gets it back to Matheson, sets Bozza a task. He's under pressure. Lumsden on it as well. They've put the pressure on the Giants and they've forced the footy forward. And the umpire will come in now as the pack developed. Berg came back to put the tackle on. So just inside the centre square, we'll have a ball up. Jervis comes up, goes with the right hand, gets it down. Matheson's there. Now McKay gets a clearing kick for Geelong West. Inside 50. It's a 3-on-2, but it runs away from Gubbins and Warland. And it will be out of bounds for a throw-in. Giants into attack again. They're 3-2-20. They lead Winch 2-6-18. We've played 12 minutes in the second term.
Too many people getting out of the car to get the ball, so Gubbins has got to do the job himself again. So inside forward 50, Geelong West, their end of the ground. Thrown back in now by the umpire. Ball at the front, Matheson taps it down. Good roving work, can't see who the player was there, but he's tackled, brought to ground. Umpire circles, says you've had opportunity. Not too sure whether it was there or not, but it was O'Callaghan was the bloke that had the ball. Tackler was Carahar. He goes across the ground. I think he's put it out of bounds on the full. No. He has. So a free kick in the pocket to Geelong West. And it's Mitchell, the recipient. He's looking for some options inside. He's now, players are telling him to kick for goal, so he takes his time. He steadies a little. Kicks towards goal, and he has put it straight through the middle. So Mitchell gets his first. And the fourth now for Geelong West Giants. They're 4-2. They lead Winchelsea on 2-6. Second quarter coming off in Hotel Scoreboard.
Well, that's a monumental mistake. If you're going to kick across the ground, make sure you hit a target because he kicked it straight out on a full. He had a couple of blokes. Toner was moving around, and I thought to myself, gee, if he can get it out to him the way he's kicking, they'll kick a goal. Well, I think Braden Mitchell must have thought to himself, nah, I'll kick this. And he did it, put it right through the middle. But I tell you what, for two sides that are really good to watch, they're playing crap footy. I know. It's just it's not conducive. I don't know.
Can't seem to get any free flow play, can they? Either side, really.
Yeah, that's what both sides I thought play like.
So back to the middle. Brooks and Jervis. Jervis gets it down nicely. O'Callaghan's kick in the middle was partly smothered. Got it to half forward though. Wilson's handball to Gubbins across half back. Misplaced though as the target. Coming at it was Finnegan. He can't take it with him. In fact, it was Griffin, sorry. And then coming the other way, Morrison. Handballs it away to Brooks. Handball. No, he was going to go to the handball. He went to kick in the end. He should have gone the handball because he found Michael Lima. Oh, be careful. And Lima takes the mark on centre wing. Michael goes along to the pocket. Getting back there, Mitchell. He's just going to leave it. That was a great kick for distance and for accuracy as well. And the mark has been taken by, I think it's Milnes, is it, or Dewey? Having a look until he turns around. Milnes it is. So Josh Milnes has taken the mark. Have a set shot for goal from about 20 out. Just worse than a 45-degree angle. A chance to make the margin 14 points. Comes in. Josh Milne's right foot kick. Looks pretty good off the boot. Straight through the middle. So it's first of the afternoon. The fifth for Geelong West. They go to 5-2-32. And they lead Winch 2-6-18. And that is on the Commonafine Hotel second quarter scoreboard. 15 minutes played.
Well, we've been out here a couple of times. This is the worst I've seen Winch play, to be quite honest. Even when they got beat by 10 goals against Inverleigh, they played better football that day against a better side. At the moment, they're not playing like a final side, and yet I think West are a little bit. They
are.
Yeah, they've upped. They had a good first quarter against the wind, and now with it, they're just moving the ball into the forward line. That was a great kick. He put that there on purpose because he got him to make sure the defenders couldn't get to him. Great footy.
Ball back in the middle of the ground. This time tapped down by Jervis. Place takes it. He's tackled by McKay. No prior opportunity there, so the umpire comes in to restart play. The ball up, not far from the centre circle, almost in it. Ball going down by Jervis out the back. Fama picks it up. Couldn't get clean to kick on the ball. It sits underneath him now. He's going to tap it out. Umpire says no. It's going to be another ball up to take place. Similar position to the first two. Thrown up quickly this time. Jervis taps the ball down, goes to McKay, went through his legs, picked up by Fama out the back. Kale. He's taken the ball, gets out of trouble, puts boot to ball, but the kick only as far as Johnson it is, and he takes the mark. So again, West well positioned, and he will deliver the ball towards the half forward line. Milnes is going to be the target out in front. Mark is not taken. Well, it was taken out there. Yeah. And it was a nice mark. Wilson now from the backward of centre wing, goes looking for Blake along the boundary line. This time the big fella can't take the ball, tries to get the handball away to Venables, but he's over the line anyway, and the ball will be thrown back into the field of play. So Blake now doing the ruck work. Has front position, taps the ball down. Again, McKay will run onto it now for West. Kicks it over the top to Jervis, and he takes the mark. Uncontested. Goes back inside. Kick with ball. Picked up by Kale. Looking to no, not too sure what he wants to do. He gets the handball waiting to Brown. He's put him under pressure. Really slow handball. Tackled by Lima. This was Adam, and the umpire says he was held up. So there's going to be a ball up on centre wing. Troops centre wing, as I said, just in front of our commentary box. Ball thrown up out the top. Matheson over the top, goes to Brown, went back to Kale. Kale at the back to Gubbins, provides a little bit of space. Kick was again poor, picked up by Place, and he looks up and there's a player short, Spriggs on hands and knees, and he takes the mark. So he did that nicely. So Fama's pushing towards the pocket, but he decides to go straight up the ground. This time it's to Blake, and he has come up the ground and has taken a mark. I watched him before the game, kicking some goals from this position. So this will be...
How did he go?
He did it right in that situation. Yeah.
You backing him?
Yeah, I think I will this time.
Yeah. How much are you putting on it?
Not money.
He's backing him. Put it down.
You're obviously confident.
Put it down for out in the full.
Into the club rooms.
So Blake from about 40 metres out directly in front comes in, and they need a goal.
Oh,
it's a shank. It's never going to make the distance because Lima comes out and takes the mark.
He played for Geelong.
So
Kicks
Lima,
like Harry Taylor.
His kick was just as bad, but it's going to have the pretty good effect because it's going to go out of bounds, outside 50. So they'll be able to settle things down now and restock. Matheson doing the ruck work as he's come up the ground. Jervis has also arrived. Ball is thrown back in, out the back. Matheson taps it to the front of the contest. Fama handballs over the top. Spriggs outside, goes towards player out there and was Venables. Kicks towards goal. It goes across the face. Is the mark being taken? No, it hasn't.
Not quite.
Pushed through for a minor score. So Winchelsea now to 2-7. And they trail Geelong West on 5-2. We tick over 19 minutes, second quarter.
Kick in by Priest. Goes to the outer side. Berg takes the mark. 50 out from goal for Winch, though, so it's going to drive it back in forward. Pretty congested between him and the goals. He goes long towards Tucker. He's got a good mark.
That's a good mark. That's what we wanted him to do earlier.
And he's grubby as asked, and he's delivered. Yep. David Tucker has taken the mark and will shoot from 25 outside angle. They need this. Blues.
Gee, they do.
So he comes in. David Tucker, right foot kick. Brings it back nicely. So his first of the afternoon, and the third for Winchelsea. They go to 3-7-25, and they trail Geelong West 5-2-32. Commonafine Hotel, second quarter scoreboard, 19.5 played.
It's probably the hardest job as a coach for Forsman to see a side that he knows can play better than that aren't playing like they can. So somehow he's got to resurrect a few players here. And a lot of it is because of the pressure that the Geelong West side has put on them up until now. And the big question there is, can they put that pressure on for 4 quarters? Usually the side that's 6th or 7th don't quite put it on for 4 quarters. So they've just got to keep at it and at it and at it and kick a couple of goals for themselves in the meantime.
So we're back in the middle of the ground. This time Jervy's up over the top, taps it to Milnes, coming off the centre-half forward position. Hasn't taken the ball cleanly. Gubbins works him, and he gets possession of the ball, goes in the hands of Brown. Brown looks up and goes forward, kick over the top. Lima comes out. This is Adam, got out of trouble. Well, did that very nicely and steadies himself now, looks back towards centre wing. Nicely weighted kick. Marcus taken out there by Stevens. So Stevens now, he looks back towards centre-half forward. I'll tell you what, that's going to bring rain. That ball, it's high in there. Oh, it's a great mark. And I think this is Huey, Dewey and a Louis. All three of them taking the mark here.
You're an idiot.
So Thomas Dewey.
Commentated by Donald Duck.
Quack, quack, quack. So Dewey from centre-half forward. He was confident of kicking the
he's kicked
distance.
it high too.
He shanked it straight up in the air. Ball, front of the contest. Carahar will run past the ball. Picked up by Milne. Looked for the handball back inside. Kick wasn't good. Kale and Carahar ran into each other then. Butted heads. And the ball now has been held up. And there's going to be both players slowly get themselves up off the ground. So thrown up again. This time Lima up over the top, does nicely. Picked up by Matheson.
That's a free kick.
And he was held without the ball,
Yeah.
the umpire said. So
The
it'll
ball
go
had
back.
already gone, Smitty. He threw him to the ground.
So
I think
Matheson-
Michael Lima thought he still had the ball in his grasp.
So West just happy to let the time run here at the moment because now the ball is back with Matheson.
Well, it should be time off, shouldn't it?
We think so. So Matheson now, just with the ball, gives the handball to Gubbins. He nearly mucked that up, took the handball away. They're working the ball out. Kale gets the ball, went back out. Then it was picked up there. Wilson comes sideways. Budavalis will take the mark. So Budavalis now outside there, defensive 50, looks back inside. Kick will need to be good. It is okay. The mark wasn't taken. Place couldn't pick it up. He's... Milnes is worked underneath the contest, or Milne I should say, and it's going to be a ball up this time. In between centre wing and the half forward line again, still West, they're attacking into the ground.
I think they've decided we're not playing well, we'll take a few risks, see how we go.
Yeah.
So this time the ball from Matheson, he did nicely go to Carahar, got boot the ball, goes towards centre wing, coming up to meet the ball, picked up there, and McClure did that nicely. He went back on the left foot, kick was good, and the mark has been taken out there by Spriggs. They move the ball quickly. This is what they probably wanted to do. Goes outside, Blake sweats on the ball, picks it up, the big fellow with a bit of dash. He kicks the ball. That was a shank off the boot again. Trapped there nicely. And I think that was Johnson. Got the handball away. Put his teammate under pressure. Umpire will come in this time again. No prior opportunity there. So there's going to be another ball up about 35 metres out from goal. Directly in front of Winchelsea's goals.
It's a bit of a worry when you see a bloke you don't think can run runs like that, though.
So he taps the ball down. Blake goes running towards the goal square. Fama tried to run onto it. He picks the ball up, tries to work his way through the contest, but it's Dwyer who runs onto it and will force it through for a minor score. So 3-8 now to Winchelsea and a 5-2 to Geelong West.
They playing quickly, the Giants, and go to the middle. Mitchell put his hands up, couldn't take the mark. Budavalis is there, got some support as well. And it's Wilson who goes back to centre half forward. Blake, the big fella, goes up, can't take the mark. Off hands, back towards Blake. Thought about the left-hand handball, then gave the right one to Hernan. Now good kick, good space.
Well, that opened it up.
He found McClure, and he's taken the mark uncontested and will shoot for goal from 35 outside angle.
Is that just a bloke who's played footy at the top level knows exactly what to do and when to do it?
Yeah, he probably doesn't need too much of it, does he, to
No.
make an impact?
I mean, the first instance he could have gone, he thought, no, I've got a better one
If I
here.
remember rightly, he wasn't a crash-out kick when he played.
Really?
So he kicked 10. I don't know whether he kicked 10-8 or 10-5 or 10-6, but I tell you what, he's probably still kicking better than Trent
Kicking better
McClure.
than that bloke.
He's just got it in for a behind. Just.
It was a shocker.
Very lucky. 3-10.
6 goal scoring shots and they trail.
3-10-28 Winch. They trail Geelong West 5-2-32.
So the ball to West centre wing quickly, and the mark has been taken out there by Miller. So Miller from Geelong West, he goes now towards their half-forward line, coming out Mitchell up over the top, didn't take the mark, good work underneath. It goes back to Mitchell now, who runs to 50, goes long, goes flat towards goal, but he is just offline through for a minor score. So 5-3 now to the Giants, and Winchelsea are on 3 goals 10. 25 gone, so probably would like to be a couple further ahead, Geelong West, if they go into the half-time break.
What are they? 3-10?
3-10 to 5-3. 3-9, sorry, you're right, Grub.
Did you just give that point to Winch?
8, no.
No.
Yeah, 3-9 they are.
Yeah, no, I went from 8 to 10. So the ball, it's not how it happens when you get 1 point at a time. Gubbins gets the ball back again and goes towards centre wing. That's a nicely weighted kick. The mark is going to be taken out there by Spriggs. So Spriggs is on centre wing. He's got some options back inside.
No, don't do
Gubbins,
that.
but he didn't go there in the end. He goes along the boundary line. It's going to be just inside the field of play. McClure takes a mark, but he infringed in doing so.
Infringed all right.
And the free kick will go to Geelong West.
Give the ball back.
Lima. So
a
Adam
boy.
Lima. He will now bring the ball back to where it came from, and he goes back towards centre wing. Gubbins going back with a fly to the ball, tries to spoil the wall away, does so nicely. The back of the contest, picked up there by Wilson. He has run over the boundary line. Umpire says that will be okay. Masterson still doing some ruck work here. Ball is tapped down. Wallen through the middle, over the top to Spriggs. Out wide, the running player is Berg. He looks to bring the ball back inside. Went looking towards Venables. He's up. He takes a mark. That was well weighted, that kick. So he's got a player in the pocket. He hasn't seen him yet, but he goes towards centre half forward. Mark is not taken out there. McClure. Ball picked up at ground level. The handball goes in the hands of Priest, who goes back towards centre wing. That's a great kick. Mark, he had it. Umpire says he's going to pay
the mark.
And it's
paid the
Milnes
mark.
out there, so on centre wing. Geelong West with an opportunity now to push the ball forward, but slow in their movement. He waits his time. He goes out wide. Mitchell's going to be the target. Mark is not taken out there, so at ground level, ball is picked up. Good tackle. I think it was Jennings who was tackled. Comes out in the tackle. Picked up there. Morrison gets the handball over the top. It's been a bit slow, but Wallen's taken it. Tries to struggle the tackle. Got the handball away. It's now with Dwyer. He's tackled. He is also brought to ground. Needs to get rid of it. Umpire this time says that is incorrect. Disposal and the free kick this time to Winchelsea. On the half-back line, so Morrison plays off quickly, brings the ball back inside. Venables has a player coming past in Fama. He gives the ball outside, goes towards Carahar, needed a favourable bounce, but it went back behind him, so Benny Turner will arrive. He takes the ball out of his hand. That was well done. Again, Carahar goes back after it. Toner's also there. Fama, he's the only one that bent down and picked the thing up. Now he delivers the ball back towards the centre of the ground. Wallen's in space and takes a mark. Handball goes to Gubbins, back to Wallen. Outside he goes. And
Don't muck around with that.
Slow handball goes back to Jennings. He was tackled, brought to ground. Pressure arrives. Umpire says he dived on it. No, he didn't. It will be a ball up on the far side of the ground.
They've wrecked their team sheet here. What number's Jennings?
25. Sorry, Harding, I'm sorry.
I didn't think Jennings was playing.
No,
to
it
be quite
wasn't.
honest.
Harding. You're right. Thanks, Grubby. Can't wait till you go.
Being a smart aleck.
So ball from that centre half forward position picked up. Berg going the wrong way, got the handball out. Gubbins, they're doing a lot of handball back there, and they seem to have that last one that loops, but this time it's a better kick. Mark has taken just defensive side of centre wing by Brown. So Brown now just looking to steady things a bit. Goes along the boundary line, sets McClure a target. He's up over the top. Good grab. Had the sit and took the mark. So he now can put the ball in towards the centre half forward position. The marker's taken out their place, just outside 50. Next kick's got to be good. He's going to go towards Blake. He's 2-on-1. Tries to get to the front. Lima spoils the ball. Goes and collects it himself. Tries to work through the contest. Got a handball away. Umpire says that's okay. It goes back into the centre of the ground. Picked up Hernan. Handballs over the top. Kale's just come back on the ground. He can deliver the ball back into the forward line. Looking towards Venables. Kick wasn't good. Out the back.
There's a free.
Umpire says he's been held, or he's held someone else. It's going to go to Geelong West. And I think the player there is Miller. So Miller now. Oh no, he's changed his mind. I thought that may have been the case because he tried to push his way through.
I did too.
He might have been held, but I didn't know the other way. But anyway, so
well, I actually said it as a free here thinking that they'll have a shot at goal, but it's all
so
right.
Venables now with an opportunity to kick his first goal of the afternoon. Kicks towards goal. It looks pretty good off the boot.
Tell you what.
Back, and he has got his first goal of the afternoon, and now the fourth for Winchelsea. They move to 4 goals 9, and Geelong West are 5-3. We have gone about 28, I reckon, 29 minutes, second quarter, coming off in Hotel, second quarter scoreboard.
I reckon Venables has had a pretty good quarter. He looks like he's a little bit overweight, the way he runs and everything, but he seems to be getting the ball a bit, and they're just starting to play a bit better, and they haven't been able to put it on the scoreboard. So I reckon they really wanted another one before half-time. What are we in, 29 minutes?
30 now.
30,
because I reckon they've pretty much controlled the play for the last probably 10 minutes.
Is Brooks injured, or is he
I
not
don't
on
know
the
what's
ground?
going on there. There is
there
the
you
side
go.
for half-time, and it is Winchelsea 4-9-33 and Geelong West 5-3-33. Goal kickers, Dale.
Yes, for the home side, 1 each to Fammer, Brooks, Tucker and Venables. And for the Geelong West Giants, 3 to Toner, 1 each to Milnes and Mitchell.
All square at half-time here. Match day live this afternoon. Winchelsea 4-9-33, Geelong West 5-3-33. We'll take a break. Back with the second half after this on 94.7 The Pulse.